Okay, let me ask you some questions about John and Carol's family. Let's see how much you can remember. Who works at the university? Go ahead and answer my question. Who works at the university? Right, John works at the university. Carol stays home. How does John go to work? How does John go to work? Does he take the bus? Does he take the train? Does he walk? Right, John takes the car. Very good. What does John do? What does John do at the university? Yes, John is a teacher. He teaches English. He is an English teacher. And where does John work? Excuse me, I've forgotten. Where does John work? Oh, yes, he works at the university. Thank you very much. Why? Why does John work? Why does he work? Why doesn't he stay home and watch TV? That's right. He needs money. He wants money for the family, of course. And when, at what time does John leave the house? At what time does John leave the house? Right, he leaves the house at 7:15. I think it is. It's 7:15. And how many children does John have? How many children does John have? Right, he has 3 children. Very good. Yeah, that's right, he has 3 children. How much does John work? Does he work a lot or a little? How much does John work? How much? A lot or a little? How much does John work? Right, he works a lot. He works a lot because he needs money. And which parent, John or Carol, which parent helps the children in the house? Right, Carol helps the children. Okay, I seem to have forgotten a few things here. What does John do? What kind of work does John do? What does John do? Oh, he's a teacher. Thank you. And where does he work? I can't remember. Where does he work? That's right. He works at the university. How does he go to work? How does he go to work? How? Thank you. He takes the car. That's who? Who takes the car? Who? Carol? Who? Oh, John. John takes the car. That's right. It slipped my mind. How many children does John have? 3 children. And who helps the children? Oh, it's Carol. Okay, well, how much does John work? Does he work a lot or a little? How much does he work? He works a lot, does he? Okay, well, where does he work? Oh, at the university. And why? Why does he work? Oh, that's right. What does he do? That's enough. That's enough. Let's turn it around now. I'm going to give you answers. You tell me what the questions must have been to receive those answers. So if I say John works at the university. Carol doesn't work at the university. What's the question? Form the question. You would say, who works at the university? Okay, here we go. John takes the car. What's the question? What's the question? John takes the car. What question receives that answer? Right. How does John go to work? John works at the university. Carol doesn't work at the university. What's the question? Right. Who works at the university? Very good. And 3 children. 3 children. What's the question? Right. How many children does John have at the university? What's the question? At the university. Right. Where does John work? And he teaches English. He is an English teacher. What's the question? What does John do? That's right. And he leaves the house at 7:15. What's the question? Right. When does John leave the house? Or at what time does John leave the house? Carol helps the children. John doesn't help the children. What's the question? Which parent helps the children? Okay, that's good enough. I'll see you next lesson.